Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. I just looked at my desk in the camera here, and oh my goodness, I have quite a collection of mess again. I've been playing, obviously. Um, Welcome to my channel. Today it is currently minus 11 degrees Celsius, feels like minus 22 with the wind chill, which is 12 degrees Fahrenheit, feels like minus 8 Fahrenheit with the wind chill. Lots of blowing snow out there today, cloudy. Glad I'm in the house and it's warm. So I was going to work on this journal today, or this book, but I didn't get the back sides of the pages Mod Podged. I got, hey, Belinda, nice to see you. Oh, yeah, we got snow. It's Manitoba. We've got snow. So I had a reaction to a new medication I was on. So I was out of commission for a couple of days. So I didn't get the other sides Mod Podged. And even now, some of these have that little bit of a stick to it. So I really wanted to let them dry before I bound the book. I did add additional snark. I did some doodling. Had a lot of fun with them. Awful lot of fun with these. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to bind that today. I will do it next week for sure. Yeah, I'm just going to do what I can do. Exactly. It is what it is. So, this is getting put aside. I did manage to go to, we went to a craft show last weekend. I've talked about the wave tour before, where all the artists, well, not all the artists, but a lot of the artists into like open up their studios so people can go and check it out. Hi, Sherry. Nice to see you. Staying warm? It's icky out there. So on Saturday, we went to Gimli, which is a town a couple of hours from here. It is a town that was um, settled by a lot of Icelandic people. So they've got a big Viking statue. It's a beautiful town. So we went there to see the Wave Tour artists put on a craft show. It was quite small, beautiful work, always lots of interesting things because they're artists, not just craftspeople, not people. Um, it, the stuff was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There is a lady there that I follow. I've bought many pairs of earrings from her, and she's now moved into doing some mixed media. She makes all her own papers, and her mixed media stuff was really, really incredibly done, incredibly well done. So after we meandered through the show, um, we went to a dollar store there. It is my favorite dollar store ever. Things aren't necessarily a dollar, but they've got such a variety of interesting things. My goodness. So I bought this dishcloth. I hadn't seen it in our Dollaramas, but it's got such a lovely texture. So I want to try that on the gel plate for sure. And then I bought a licking pad. I know. Why would anybody need a licking pad? It's for pets, right? So it's got bones on this side and it's raised. So I thought that, you put it in and you just get odd pattern. And then this one is like the suction cups. So what you would do, I'm assuming, is get this wet, suction cup it to the floor, and smear peanut butter or something in it for your pets. So I thought those circles could be very interesting on the gel plate as a texture as well. So I bought those. Bought some beads. I know I don't need any beads, but I want to do another purple heart. So I bought purple beads. And then I bought a couple of little stencils. And by little stencils, I do mean little stencils. They, pulling them out here, pulling them out from underneath a pile of stuff. Surprise! So there's this one. And it's like little banners and things. I think they were really cute that I could have lots of fun with them. Saying blurbies and stuff. And then this one is more like, you know, that stuff. So I thought they were fun, and they were reasonably priced, like $1.49 each. I figured, why not? So I got the stencils. Hey, Doretha, nice to see you. Nice to see you. So as I say, I was going to bind this journal today, but due to a health hiccup for a couple of days, I'm not. Oh, look, making a big mess. I'm not going to bind this week because I didn't get it. The other sides of the pages Mod Podged, and they are don't want to. Yeah, labels. That's it. They're sticky now. I don't want to. I didn't get a chance to do the other sides, and they really need to dry this side a little bit more before it. No, it does not have the sound I like. The reason it doesn't have the sound I like is because I did them on envelopes. So they were much softer than the doing it on cardboard or playing cards. But it's okay. It's going to be an absolutely incredible book. And I'm not going to show much in the way of the blurbs because some of them are rude. You know, it's a book of snark. The other thing I need to get done is the Goonie Birds and the Fan Trashy Flowers. I have been accepted to sell in Winnipeg, so I have to get these matted and ready to rock because I have to deliver them on Saturday. So that's on the plate. So anyway, what we're going to do today is we're going to make these little tag pocket journal things. So I watched a video on them, made my own idea with it. And so I've stapled in 5 little pages. I just, little stamped piece on the front, added a button. Not happy with the way this button worked out. I'm going to show you the way I prefer the second one. And then, of course, it just wraps up. I thought these would be either great to use as gift tags on presents or as tucks in journals. I think they're just lovely little bits. So I'm using these manila tags, and they are 2.5 inches this way, 4 3/4 inches this way. So, of course, we're going to fold it so that this edge is just a smidgen away from where that reinforcement is. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? It's just a smidgen away. And we're going to fold that. And then we're going to fold the reinforcement piece over. So in doing that one, I realized that the pieces of paper I needed were 2 inches by 4 inches. So the 2 inches by 4 inches, I have so much scrap paper around. I had enough to just cut a whole bunch of these. So what I did for this button, and I really like, as I say, I really like the way this button turned out. So I'm going to be using buttons for mine. That one's really a thick button. You may not really want it in a journal, but it would make a nice dangle off the outside of a journal for sure, or on the spine, or as a gift tag. So once you've got it folded like this, what I did was I took my pokey tool. Now, you can use a needle. You can use whatever you like. And then I just poked a hole on either side of the reinforcement. Ooh, listen. I like that sound. I could do that I could do that all day. We're not going to. We're going to put that pokey tool away because It's fun. Where did I get it from? There, I think. If not, that's where it lives now. Okay, so I put the 2 holes in. Now let's pick out a button. Hi, Anne. Nice to see you. Yeah, almost like a book of matches. The only problem with it, like I have done those ones where I've stapled it at the bottom, so you have to bend and tuck it in, which we could do with this very easily. But I kind of like doing the button and the wrap. Totally up to you guys. Totally up how you want to do it. Hey, Tina. Nice. I'm doing good. What you crocheting? Hi, Christine. Nice to see you. I've got your stuff. I have to get it to you. So anyway, I poked holes on either side of the reinforcement. And like I say, I can do one matchbook style and show you how that works. So what are you crocheting, Tina? I'm still working on that temperature blanket. I'm in October now, but I really have to work. Hat and a couple of Afghans. Nice, nice, nice. Awesome. Pick it up. Oh, yeah. Let me think. I need to go to Lorette because I thought I had all the makings of something I need to make for Christmas, and I do not. So how about if I think I've got your text? I can text you and drop it off on my way through past when I go to Marketplace. So I don't want to use a 4-holer, but I'll use a 2-hole. I like this little green 2-hole button. Now we know that those holes are much farther apart than what this button has, but that's fine. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss saying hi to anybody? What's your weather like, Tina? We've got blowing snow today. It's pretty fugly. That works. As long as it will go through the hole in the button, I'm just using a sharp darning needle. Ooh, there's a nice purpley one. I think that's a little big though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this crochet cotton because that we all know that's what I like to use. I'm just going to lop off a hunk because if I got any left, I will be using it in a scrappy ball. It's white. You know, it's not totally white here. You're getting snow tonight? Oh my. It is, I can still see my lawn. It's crazy. Cold and white. Oh, doing the feather stitch. Oh, I'm not sure I know how to do the feather stitch. Not sure. I'll have to look that one up. I need to. I'm so far behind on everything. It's just killing me. It is killing me. So I'm gonna leave an end, right? And we're gonna make sure that it wraps around. It wraps around. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up 1 hole, maybe. But I'm going to leave an end about this long. I'm going to put it through the button, 1 hole of the button. And then I'm going to go down through the next hole in the button. Oh, am I going the right way? Wait. I put the button on backwards, didn't I? I did. We have to try that again because there's definitely a top and a bottom to this button. Oh, I know. We were going to make her loud this morning before I streamed, but didn't get to it. So I was going to be working on the stuff that I'm taking in to sell, but that's not going to work because I'm doing her line. So I went down through the other hole in the button, then down through the hole on the other side, right? So you can see I went up through the button, down through the button, down through the other hole. Now this can slide back and forth a little bit, which is fine. I'm not too worried about it. So now we're going to go back up the first hole. And again, through the button, the same way. Up through the button, down through the button, and down through that other hole. Making sure you don't pull this end through. And we're going to pull it reasonably snug. A little bit of play is okay because we want enough room so that when we wrap the thread around it, it's going to hold. There'll be enough room. So then I go on this side and give it just a little bit of a tug, and I tie a knot in it. Tie a knot. Then I trim the knot off, get the extra string off, and I still have the needle on the thread on the needle and thread, they're together. So I go up through the hole behind the button, not through the button at all. And there's our string for wrapping around the button. It's a little shorter than I want, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so that's how I do the little buttons on these. So it'll go around and it will hold. And it looks really kind of cute too. I think these would be great stocking stuffers as well. Teacher gifts, if you have to send teacher gifts. So you can see the little stitches on either side. Are you going to focus for me? No. There we go. Little bit. Little bit, little bit. Anyway, I think that works pretty nicely for sticking on a button. Okay, so now we're going to decorate this. This one I just lopped off a hunk of pink, put a stamp on it. I've got this cute kitty stamp. Of course, you can color it if you so desire. I didn't bother. I'm just going to be stockpiling these. Maybe I'll use them as gift tags on the From My House to Your House things that I make. Would you like to see me do the button again? Anyone? Because I've got another one folded ready to go. I can do that. Pokey tool. I just want to make the noise again, guys. So one side of the reinforcement. I like that sound. And then on the other side of the reinforcement. Okay, one side there, and I'm going to go on that side. These are the holes on either side of the reinforcement. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus nicely when it's that close today. It's like everything else, wants to be a bit persnickety. And okay, so then we're going to take that needle back out, or one of the needles back out. I think I want the narrower one. It seems to go through the buttonhole nicer. Oh, that was a beading needle. Oh, I don't want to lose that. Okay, let's choose a button. I think these make great eyeballs in stuffies. You have to really sew them on good because they aren't safety eyes. And again, I just want a 2-hole button because, mind you, a 4-hole button could be kind of fun to do. There's a little red one. Oh, look at this pretty little one. These are old buttons. These are old buttons. Looking for something. See, I use the other metal button like this, very thick, very thick. I don't really want anything that thick. We could just use a plain white. Let's do a plain white. Why not? We always seem to have lots of plain white buttons. Again, crochet cotton. Now I probably took way too much, but that's okay. Hi, welcome, welcome. How are you? I haven't seen you for a long time. What's your weather like? I don't know if you ladies remember Maya. She does incredible watercolor painting. Absolutely incredible watercolor painting. Okay, needle, thread. Again, we go from the wrong side up through the hole. Leave a strand so that we can tie the knot. Make sure you go through the back of the button so you don't have to pull it off like I did the last time, right? Through the back of the button, through the front of the button, and through the other hole. And we don't really have to worry too much about centering it this time round. Just make sure we got that piece that's not going to come out. So again, up through the back and through the first hole that we went through in the button. Across the button and through this hole on the other side, right? Does that make sense, guys? Crazy there? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Was that the person that streamed with you? Oh, the teardrop shape like a pineapple in green. Okay, so we've got it through. Pull it snug. It's got a bit of a bulge this time. I really would like to tighten that down just a little bit. Yes, losing friends is painful. And then we're just going to tie a knot. Reasonably simple, but it works. Now, if you're concerned about the knot coming undone, you can always put just a little drop of glue on it. Trim off the really long end. With the needle, take it and put it through the hole in the tag, not through the button, through the hole in the tag behind the button, and then just trim it so that the needle comes off. I do. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. You guys played really well together online. Like you really had a nice friendship. I am so sorry. So now we've got 3 with buttons on. Let's add the paper. I'm going to add the paper first because I am going to staple it in. And the reason I am going to add the paper first is because maybe I want to decorate so that you don't see the staples. Okay. So in that little book, I used 5 pieces of paper. I used a pink, a blue, a pink, a white, a pink, a white. So I'm going to use blue and white this time. Blue, white, blue. Come on. Doesn't want to be just one white. It's got to be just one white. My hands are very, very dry. And a blue. So I've got 5 little pieces of paper. These are just little fun things, right? So this is, yes, I understand that, Maya. I really do. I really do. So we're going to fold these in half. Let's get the pusher downer for that. So then we're going to take these, find the center, right? We're going to tuck it in here. And what I'm going to do, it hangs over a little bit. We can trim it after. I'm not concerned right at the moment. I'm going to do it so the flat pack of this back of the staple is on the spine and the open edge is on the inside. Less chance of people snagging their fingers. And I'll use 2 staples. I know I can get away with 1 because it's little, but you know, and again, I'm trying to get it as close onto that spine as possible. Did you actually manage to meet in person, Maya? Okay, I am going to trim that down just because I want it to close nicely. Then you close it, right? This goes over, wrap it around, wrap your button. They can go out just like this, but we're going to decorate them. Oh my goodness. Oh my, I am so sorry to hear that. Being so far away and not knowing. Well, good for you for doing the welfare check, for realizing that something had to have been going on. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a something on this side. Let's grab some scrap paper. How about, I have so much of this kind of stuff. We're just going to make a scrap kind of thing happen in here. I am making just a little pocket journal kind of thing for sticking in pockets and journals. Can use it as a gift tag. I'm going to use them as gift tags on, I do presents for Christmas from my house to their house. So in it, I have some knit dishcloths I've made, some crocheted scrubbies I've made, spice mixes, that kind of thing. So it's like a basket of, from my house to their house, right? Usually, I do frozen cookie dough, some snack stuff. She was very lucky to have Maya in her life. So I figured then I could hang this, and do like from my house to yours with love. And then they can just, tuck it in a pocket or a purse. Maybe what I'll do is if I do the cookie dough, I can write down, say I'm doing fruit cookies, 300 degrees at such and such a temperature for so many minutes. Maybe that's what I'll do. I think that would be a great idea, actually. I like the idea. So, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Anyway, so I'm going to make some of these and it'll be just, I don't know that the recipes will fit. I would have to write really small. Could I do it? I might be able to do it. Now, the question is, should I have done it before I put it in the book? Positive thoughts, too, yeah. Okay, Belinda. Oh, good. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, I'm just going to got this envelope stuff, right? It's kind of fun. I like that. It's just blue dots. What I was going to do today was, why am I using such little scissors? I was going to bind this book. This is another of my rude books, or snark books, but I didn't get the other sides of the page coated, and these ones are still kind of sticky. So I had planned on having it all done so that I could bind this today, but that didn't work out. Okay, so I'm going to lop off a piece. I'm going to put it across this because it's fun. And I'm going to glue that down. Hey, Malia, nice to see you, hon. Nice to see you. How are you doing? Are you ready for Christmas? I am so far behind. This glue leaks. Look at that. Oh. Your kids getting excited for Christmas? Do you travel to see family at all? Any of you guys? My family all comes here. All right. And I want it on the spine. As close to the spine as possible. Then I'm going to take something like, I know, I got these lovely stickers. I'm going to use stickers today. You're not a Christmas person? No, I am not either. It does not feel like Christmas at all either. We have just got snow. You can still see the grass through it. It's brutal. Brutal, brutal. Okay, this is hanging over a bit. I'll trim that down. Just making little tag journals. They've already canceled school tomorrow. My goodness. Hi, Liz. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Much snow in your area? Oh, yeah, Maya. I know. I know. I mean, we've got a snow blower and a leaf blower, and we've got this. It's called can't remember what it's called, but it's just a big piece of plastic. It's probably 42 inches wide, and it just pushes the snow, like, as long as it's not icy underneath, it just glides and pushes the snow out of the way. It's lovely. Bit of snow on the mountains. It's pretty nice. Well, I'm in southeastern Manitoba. My granddaughter is in Banff, and she's had a fair bit of snow. I think Maya's in Norway. Are you in Norway or Finland? I can't remember. I know it's one of the... Norway, yeah. Okay, let's figure out something to put on here. We need something, maybe like a little piece of lace. What do you guys think? A little piece of lace. If Christine is here, she's like 10 minutes away from me. Sherry's about half an hour from me. Doesn't mean we all get the same amount of snow, though. Does not. Okay, I have this little piece of purple lace. We could add a little piece of lace on that. This is claws. Little piece of lace, and it's not going to stick down very good, but I'll add a little bit of glue to it. It'll hold just a little bit. And then I'll put a sticker. And a sticker should hold it. Just something a little bit fun. These might be a bit big. No, the Coca-Cola can be brutal, right? Like, yeah. What about this pretty little rose? I like that. That's kind of cute. What do you guys think? Should it be up here, though, so you can see it better? Then I think it needs something down there. Look at this pretty bird. Nope. 2 roses? Nope, too big. I don't normally use stickers, so this is exciting. I could put one here and one there, and then that flower in the middle. Does that work? Is that balanced, guys? What do you think? Yeah. It's currently -8 Fahrenheit here with the wind chill, which is -22 Celsius. Now I'm pretty sure these are stickers. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. Look, it's a sticker, guys. Oh, no, it's not. I'm just peeling the back of the paper off. What? What? I thought you were stickers. Well, to heck with that. I'm just gluing it. Hi, Miss E. How are you, sweetheart? Merry Christmas. This has blingy stuff on it, too. A little bit of glitter in the center of those flowers. You would think that these were stickers. I would think they're stickers. Who knows? I have no problem just gluing them down. I don't have nails worth a darn. Don't want to ruin too many of them. No, they are not stickers. They are just... Or are they clear stickers? Guys, what are these? Oh, fears he may freeze. Get the long johns out, Papa. She excited to be... they could be... I don't know what they are. I opened the pack. What does it say? Great for card making, scrapbooking, do-it-yourself. Photo safe. Die cut embellishments with glitter. So they're not stickers. Glue them down. Glue them down. Cute. Very cute. And see, since it's for my kids, they'll see that I'm using up my stuff. Oh, for sure, Liz. I know that. I do know that feeling. There was a while there that I was up at like 4 in the morning and wide awake and raring to go and silliness. All right. So there's one totally done. Well, two, because I've got this little cat one as well. This was the one I first tried and decided I didn't like the way that the button went on. So I changed it to this style. I guess I could do it on that side of the things too. Still don't like the way that one closes. But I think that would be a cute little addition. Exactly. Exactly. Using up my stuff. Jean and I were actually talking, and she's figuring out boxes and stuff. And I says, yeah, I'm going to get this finally organized and clean, and the boxes are going to be labeled. Just take it to the dump. Because, all right, I got one with green. Well, this works out perfectly because I've got, no, I'll have to do one more because there's five things going out. Yeah. Yeah. One more. How close to ready are you guys for the holiday season? Nice. Oh, for the past 3 years, yeah. Well, let's figure out which button first. Because when I used this butterfly button, I should probably use my cute buttons. They're in the other room. I'll stick to here. Okay. Because I was thinking, oh, see, it's very, very close to the edge on this side. I would probably have to go right through the reinforcements, but that could work as well. Hmm. Let's try it. Ah, yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. I'm the same way. Use it. I have to use it. Yeah, my granddaughter and I were chatting the other day, and she asked if I had my tree up, if I'd done my decorating yet. Oh, no. I went right through. I don't think that's. I think I totally needle. She asked if I had my tree up, and I said, no, I don't have anything up yet. And she said, could you please send me pictures when it's up because that was my Christmas, because everybody always comes here for Christmas. That did not work. It definitely has to go the other. I guess I could just still use it because you can not see it because of the button, right? Yeah, I'll still use it. You have to go the other way. You can't do it from the edge of the thing. Well, I can't anyway. Oh, no tree this year? No. Hey, Carol, nice to see you. Still got shows coming up? I've been admiring the stuff you're doing in your December journal. Yeah. Oh, then you're going to be streaming again? Awesome. Jean and I are going to stream New Year's Eve. We have a plan. Not sure that we're going to go right till midnight because, being old ladies and all. Okay, from the back to the front. Hold down a tail. Now, which is the back of the button? I like both sides. I know that this is the front of the button. But I like that one too. So I think I'm going to have this side up. Through the button, through the button, through the tag. Through the back, through the button, through the button, through the tag. Kind of center it. Tie a knot. Yeah. Janet Young's going to be doing the midnight one. I think Beth is doing part. But Jean and I have decided that we're going to play online together. Roel's going to be in it because he's hosting. I don't know who else is part of it. And then, of course, this is going to go around. So now this one's really long. It's okay. We'll just lop it off there. I like having a thread on the needles because it's easier to get them out of the jar. The whole house around it, yeah. Oh, that's right. It is your birthday. It is. All right. So I've got 2 done, 3 more to decorate. Let's find some fun paper. Fun painty papers. Got this. How about if I cut like a really nice leaf out of that, and then I've got some of my little painty flowers that I did, and we could just put a couple of little flowers on it. That works. Not going to stream all night. We're going to definitely stream through the evening. We're going to be doing it on StreamYard, of course. So I think Anne Lar is actually part of Roel's stream too. Pretty sure. I had the lineup, but didn't pay great attention to it because I'm rude. So I'm going to glue these down and doodle on them quickly. But yeah, no, we're going to be on in the evening. Throughout the evening. We have a plan. And I know those of you who have watched Jean and I in the past are probably laughing because you know how our plans go. Cool, Carol. Very cool. The bookmarks that you sent me, the blue ones, I love them. And my daughter goes, "Oh, can I have these?" No. They're bookmarks. Oh, yeah, no. So, they are wonderful. Well, see, the thing is she wants rude things for her partner for Christmas, just for stocking stuffers. And so that's why she eyeballed those and went, ooh. And so, anyway, but the only book he reads is his Bible. So she said, yeah, I really don't think that's going to work. And I said, oh, definitely not. Definitely not. Sure, he would not appreciate you doing that. So just a couple of little painty leaves. Personally, I think it would have been fun, but my sense of humor is definitely not, you know, definitely would not work for that. So just cutting out little flowers now. They were just paint blobs with flowers doodled on top of them. You know how it goes in my life. I am excited. I've got a spot in a vending machine, but it's not like one of those cigarette vending machines for art. And I get to price my stuff anywhere between $5 and $30. So I will still make money even after the people take their cut. You need to talk to me later? Oh, for sure. For sure. Are you in Banff this weekend again? All right. You know, I should probably clean that. It'd probably be easier to use. Stubborn old ladies. You know how it goes. Yeah, I'm really excited about this vending machine thing because it's not like I say, it's not a cigarette machine. It's a chips and chocolate bar machine that she's turning into an art machine. Yeah, you guys put your links in, please. You should just go ahead and do it and don't even ask. Just do it. Just do it. So that's kind of cute. A little green button. That works. This is the one I cut a little short. Okay, so we're doing blue and white again. That's my hardest thing. So what I am selling, as I will show you, I am doing my little collages. So I did a dozen of my Goonie birds, and I need to do more of my fan trashy flowers. But I will be selling them in mats. I have mat boards for them. So my concern is making sure they are heavy enough to fall down when they're purchased and have enough weight to not get jammed and damaged. So I asked her about that, and the vending machine is going to be right outside of her studio. She's got a studio at the Forks, which is a big tourist location in Winnipeg. And so with her commission and stuff, I'll still make money on them. Not oodles, but yeah. So anyway, I'm going to do these. I did a dozen Goonie birds. I've got more to do of those. I was thinking maybe I would do some of my dolls. I don't know. I asked her how many slots is in a row because I get an entire row. I think she said there was 20 or 24. I'll take 24 and whatever I bring home, I bring home. So each artist gets to put in whatever they want, right? So my girlfriend in town here, she does jewelry out of silverware. So if you've got like your mom's old silverware, you know darn well that you're not going to use it because you don't want to polish it all the time before you use it. She makes jewelry out of it. So she does bracelets and rings and pendants and earrings. So everybody in the family can get a piece of the silverware into what they would wear. So she's got a spot in there as well. So we're heading in Saturday morning to drop our stuff off. So again, 5 pieces of paper, figure that's lots. So her studio does all kinds of things, everything from fiber art to watercolors, mixed media, and she does a lot of courses. And being where she's located, she seems to be doing really well. So I was quite excited to find it, I'll be honest. Stick it in, kind of middle it. I'm just leaving this little bit of decoration on. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. The really cool thing is I don't have to be there. Like when I was selling at the local museum, I had to be there at least one day a week, or every, more often than. And they're only open during the summer. This is a year-round thing, and there we go. Yeah, I could have left that string longer. It's okay. That's a cute little one too. That's 3, guys. 2 more. And I promise next week we will get that book bound. I promise, I promise. What are we going to do with this? What have I got? I need something fun. I'm just looking at my scrap paper to see what I could put down first. Use that. You would think with all the scrap paper I've got, I would find something fast. How about if I do a little collage-y kind of thing? Let's chop that off there. If I put this down, let's glue that down. So in the midst of all this, we're planning the baby shower. And because we're having a little girl, I think we should have all pink foods. And everybody's rolling their eyes at me. But I think, you know what? I'm going to be a great grandma. I want what I want. Don't think the other great grandma feels that we have to have everything pink, but you know, Okay, so I've got this piece down. Let's use a piece of something that's more of a solid color. I have some over here. Ooh, you know what? This bright yellow would be really cool. Do I want a circle of this? I had little circles someplace. What are you? That's not it. That's not it. Got a whole bunch of bits that need to be finished. Look, I made a whole bunch of band-aids for if you rip a page, I can put a band-aid on it. Yeah, Shannon would be proud. Pink. Pink, pink. I thought I had bigger dots. Well, we'll do it this way. Take a lid. We'll put some glue down. Cap that. Oh, I really have to clean that. And then I want some really bright yellow dots. I have confetti. There's some yellow. Maybe not quite as bright as I want, but it will work. We're going to put a cluster of yellow dots. Maybe. Quite a bit of yellow on that. Oh, they get a little lost, but they're still bright enough that they show. So that works. And of course I'll outline them. Oh, yeah. I'm excited to do it. I've got a friend who lives in Saint Irénée in Quebec. He used to live in Montreal, but he's now in Saint Irénée. And he's been nagging me to find a gallery that will sell my work. And my problem is everything I make is so stinking small. How's a gallery going to sell my work? It's not doable. So I figured if I do it this way on 3x5 papers with a 4x6 mat, it will be fine. And I really, 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 really wanted to at least make minimum wage because, you make stuff, you sell it, you don't often make minimum wage. Minimum wage here is $16 an hour. And so I made those Goonie birds. I timed myself how long it took me to do a dozen. So I'm not quite making minimum wage with what I'm going to be asking, but I can't see people paying more than that for what I'm selling. Okay, Tina, thanks for popping in, hon. Oh, thanks, Ann. Take care, Tina. Thanks for popping in, hon. Yeah, I've sold journals. I do give more away than I sell, I admit. But that's me. Now I think this needs like a word or something cute. What's in here? Fairies. I like the little bird. Let's put a little bird. No. What about a bitsy bird? Oh, grab bitsy birds. I've got bitsy birds. Bear with me 1 sec. Although this is cute. Oh, it's huge. It's a little birdhouse. Big. They're big. I'm working the little. Find something that... Does he work? Or this one? Yeah, $2 an hour. I know. The things I did make money on were my little crocheted kittens. Those I made money on because they didn't take very long to make. What do you think? Does he work? I think I like the darker one. Got a little bird with a really big tail. Fits. Just fits. No. So far, this is the one I like best. Yeah. Oh, that would be cute. Oh, is he too pale or does he work? Oh, this one's really nice and dark. He's cute. What do you think? That one? I like that one best. It's toss up. I think I still like that one best. I'll use that one. Yeah, as I say, my little kittens sold really, really well. And so did my finger puppets. I made lots, decent coin on my finger puppets. Oh, color chart, what is that? I know what it is. I'm bad. I too do not. I wing it. And if I don't like it, I just keep adding more colors until I do. Oh, this is exciting. Getting these done. These were an afterthought, right? I love afterthoughts. Measuring? What is that? I don't measure either. I wing so much stuff. I have to admit, I really do. So I will have to cut some paper for the next one, which is okay. I can use this bright yellow, actually. It's really gaudy. Bright yellow and white. Or light blue. I think I have some light blue sitting here. You feel really thick for 5 pages. It works. It works. That red button so doesn't match anything that I just did there. Again, right on the fold. Right on the fold. Now, the ones I did see, the little book parts that went in were put in under a belly band so that they could be removed and the cover would be usable. Oh, you just jammed up nicely. Made a mess. Am I out of staples? What's your issue here? No, there's staples. Let's see if I can get it in the same holes. That's better. That's better. That's cute. Oh, see, I need to trim these down just a little bit. They're hanging over just a smidge. Just folds nicer, better. Nicer, better, even. That's 4. One more. One more. I know. I know that it's because of the tariffs. Because they're charging people that receive this stuff, they're charging them money. They get bills. I sent whatever I had to send out just before the tariffs because I think I'm just going to stick this sticker on front. That works. It's cute. It's not a sticker. I know. It's crazy, isn't it? Makes you not want to do things because yeah, I sent stuff. I was worried that the people that got the stuff would get billed. So I put, really low prices on what it was because you have to put a price value on it. It's the big thing. Needs to be a price value, which I think is a bunch of hoo-ha. Yeah, nice and easy. Nice and easy. So they're all kind of different. 2 of them are me. Okay, I need to cut pages. Let's put these guys back in their little baggie. Try not to rip the bag so that... Oh, look, there's a little fairy in a teacup with a bird. She's cute. Way too big for this, but... And there are a few birds, but they're big. They don't fit, even kitty corner. Oh, yeah. Yeah, our post office here in town, they kept telling me, you're going to get stuff sent back. You're going to get stuff sent back because it did. They felt it. And if it doesn't feel like a card or a letter, the U.S. sends it back. And then you have to pay parcel price. Oh, I'm sure that the post office knows what happens when we send stuff down there. I'm sure they do. I'm sure, I'm sure that's why, because we have to fill forms out at the post office too, right? Make sure it's not dangerous goods and all that other stuff. Okay, are you blank white paper? No. I had a stack of scrap blank white paper, and I don't know where I put it. That isn't surprising in the least. So I will cut up this yellow. I'll use this. And so I said I had light blue. Whoop. Where did you come from? Oh, you came from in there. Why did I put you in there? I have a really strange contraption beside me with bits of things in so I don't have to go to the back 40 and grab stuff all the time. So this is 2 inches wide. If I cut these down to 4, and I need 5. 1, 2, 3. I'll take 4, and I've got that white one. I can stick that in the middle. I know. No, they can't tell you how much it's going to cost them because it changes from day to day. Right? I'm going to cut it just shy of the 4 because I've had to trim. I have more scrap. You know I'm not going to throw that out because I could put words on it or something. So I'm going to take this white one and put it in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. The white one in the middle. Just a little added something, something and something. No, I think it was last year already, or really early this year, that I decided I wasn't going to send down to the States because of the stuff that was coming back, etc. All right. So these go pretty fast, guys. They're cute. They're easy. They'd be, as I say, great pocket stuffers in journals. If you don't use buttons, if you use paper buttons or some other way of closing it, I happen to like buttons and wraps as a rule. Yeah, it needs to be cut down just a little bit, these pages, because they're just a little long. Better. Better, better. There we go. 5 cute little journal things. They're all different. Because having too many things the same, they could be the same but different. Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. So these would even make cute little thank yous, right? I do think that I would make paper buttons or use like this white one really nice and thin just so it's not adding too much bulk to things. So yeah, these'll, maybe what I'll do is I'll put a little hole in the corners and a little string and just tape it to the basket or something. Yeah, yeah. All right. So once again, this is what we did. Just using these little manila gift tags that you can get at the dollar store or anywhere, pretty much. I happened to go to a shipping supply place. It was a display place, and I bought. I think there's like 1,000 in the box of these and the smaller ones. I thought the small ones would be way too small to do this project with. This is my something that I use for punching. Like if you want to do stitching on a page or whatever, I like using this because sometimes using a needle, it's too small for your hands and you don't get quite what you need. Oh yeah, you know, even in a kid's lunchbox or leaving it on a table. Yeah, I do smalls. I admit I do smalls. Um, for a waiter or waitress or whatever, and you can put, thank you, you've done a great job, whatever. Just leave it. I don't know if you guys saw this. I got a box of bobbins as a Secret Santa kind of gift. So I got a box of bobbins. It had 12 bobbins in it, but when you wrap them, I could only fit 9 back. So it's got all different threads and cords. And then I also got a package of darning needles, which rolls up really nice. So this is my travel kit for stitching when I'm on the go now. Nice little use for that, just in case anybody's taking stuff and traveling. I guess I could throw some buttons in there too, but I do have containers with, small containers with buttons and stuff as well. So that's about it, guys. I just wanted to give you another idea for using up your little tags. And I mean, you can make tags. You don't even have to use tags. You can use any piece of paper and turn it into this. I was going to show you how to do a matchbook one. So I will do that quick. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this probably a quarter of an inch away from that. Okay? Quarter of an inch away. Now again, you could put papers in here. You could put whatever. I have done like with little scrap papers. We're going to fold this over, but we want to do it right against the, you know what that's called, reinforcement. Why do I keep losing that word? Okay, so I'm just going to put my ruler against that and make a crease and fold it tight against the ruler because we don't measure. It's what rulers are for, folding and ripping. Okay, so now same kind of thing. There's more room. What we're going to do is we are going to take staples and put a staple on either side here, like a matchbook. Now we don't want to go too far. We just want to do it so that it's going to hold that top flap a little bit tighter. Whoa, it's alive. Washed my hands, can't do a thing with them. Okay, so one on each side. Now we put a little pieces of paper in there. Let's just pretend we've got papers in there. Little book. Right? So then it just tucks in underneath. And it's like a little matchbook. So then you don't need to have buttons or anything. You can get away with it just like this. You just have to remember that when you do this, it has to be folded that little bit shorter because it's not going to go all the way to this fold, right? That's why we left that little bit of room. Like you can see, it's pretty close to that staple there. So that's why it's going to buckle just a little bit because it doesn't really have anywhere to go. But again, you could put quite a bit of pages in that. And that's just a handy little thing to have in a purse, because sometimes you might remember, oh yeah, I was going to pick up milk. So leave yourself a little note. We should do a whole series of these too. But again, if you covered it with maybe like a comic strip, one of those one panel comics that we used to get in various things, that'd be really cute. Couple of staples and a tag, guys. And it doesn't have to be a tag. Oh, you've got lots of matchbooks? Jean was doing something with matchbooks. Can't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure she was doing something with matchbooks. I'll have to ask her. So, guys, it's been an hour and a half. I'm sure it's a short stream, but I do need to go and make rouladen since the morning got away on me and I didn't get it done. So I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for being here. Everybody up in the balcony, anybody who watches replay. And next week, we will definitely bind this baby. I will get those backs done and let it get really good and dry. If I get it painted tonight, like covered tonight, then it'll have a week to dry, and that should be good. So big hugs to each and every one of you. Give E a hug from me, please, Anne. And thanks everybody for being here. And I will see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye now. Thanks for coming.